Okay, multiple choice here. So which sequence has a common ratio of -3? So when you see common ratio, you should know that that's your R value is -3, which means that it's geometric. So that means that we're always multiplying by -3 to get the next term. So when we look here, we're not multiplying by -3. That would give us a not 6, so we can cross that one off. Here it looks like we're multiplying by +3 each time, so that's not it. Here it looks like we're adding 3, that's not it. And here we can see we multiply by -3 and it gives us the next one. So correct choice there would be D. Okay, then the next one, which sequence has a common difference of 1.25? So that would be our D is positive 1.25, which means it should be adding 1.25 each time. And this would be arithmetic. So if we're always adding 1.25, that's not this one. This one adds 1.25. Yeah, this one looks right. Okay. Then on to number 10. So determine if the sequence is arithmetic or geometric. Then we're just trying to figure out what the next one is. So if you're having trouble, maybe you can just jump down to these and see, okay, if it's arithmetic with 75, that would mean it's going up by 75 each time. Oh no, this is not the common difference, sorry. This is the next term. So if it's arithmetic, that means that it's adding or subtracting the same thing each time. So if we go from here to here and it's arithmetic, it's going up by 0.8. But when we move over here, it's not going up by 0.8, which means it's not arithmetic. So you can cross those ones off. So geometric is trying to figure out what are we multiplying by. And this first one's a little bit harder to see, but if we shift over here, you can see you're multiplying by 5 to go from there to there. And you're multiplying by 5 to go from here to here. And if you think back to here, it is multiplying by 5. So it's geometric, so it's one of those. And we're multiplying by 5. Our R value is 5. So then you want to figure out what's the next term. So all you do is you start here, you multiply by 5, and that'll give you the next term, which is 125 here. And that's your answer. Okay, and then looking at 11, just describing the pattern. You can see the full picture here, and then it looks like it loses a couple of the rows, and then it looks like it loses a row, and then it loses some circles. So if we're trying to describe it and we're picking, we can kind of look at our choices. Each figure has a third as many. That's not true. Each figure has half as many as the one before it. Looks like it cut in half again. So I would say B is the correct choice. Okay, and then on to the bottom one here. So for number 12, determine if the sequence is arithmetic or geometric and identify the next term in the sequence. So doing the same idea here. So when we go from here to here, it's definitely getting more negative, so it's going down by a certain amount, and all of these are negative, like it went further. And you might even be able to, if you have trouble with this, try to figure out, okay, it's always going down, so the next number should be more negative than this one, and you can actually cross off a couple of these, it looks like. And then you want to figure out if you're multiplying or if you're adding. So with numbers that are we're not super comfortable with, we can go look at our calculator and we can take the difference. Remember, with arithmetic, it's a common difference. So I always take the second one, which is -207, and then I subtract the first one, which is -184. And I'm getting a 23 that it's going down by. And then you want to see if that keeps happening. So if I start with -207 now, and I subtract 23, does that give me the next one? And it does. And then I can subtract again the 23, and that gives me the next one. So that's what I want to do. One more step to get the next one would be minus the 23 again. So my next term should be negative 276, which is where these are. And it's arithmetic because you're always adding or subtracting that same thing each time. So we want to make sure that we choose arithmetic.